download our app available from the App Store and Play Store.
Hello, welcome to Medical Dialogues. I'm Roshni Dhar. Let's look at today's daily bulletin. A report of Central Drug Standard Control Organization has confirmed that a cough syrup being manufactured by a Dera-Bassi-based unit was contaminated. Recently, WHO had issued an alert regarding the cough syrup. In a report sent to the Punjab Food Drug Administration, the CDSCO found that the cough syrup was contaminated with diethylene glycol and ethylene glycol. The contaminants can cause nausea, diarrhea, abdominal pain, or even death in adverse cases. Similar findings were shared by WHO with the Government of India. Amid the ongoing survey of the NMC regarding the stipend paid to MBBS interns and PG resident doctors at private medical colleges, the intern doctors in Kerala have expressed their disappointment with the private medical colleges for paying Meagre amount of stipend. In around 19 private medical colleges across Kerala, the MBBS interns are getting a stipend ranging from ₹4 to 10,000 per month. The effective amount of stipend gets further reduced since these students are required to pay a huge amount of money for their accommodation. In the recent order, the Court of Chief Commissioner for Persons with Disabilities has directed the DGHS and NMC to include doctors with disabilities in the expert committee constituted to address the problems faced by NEET UG and PG applicants. This direction was issued by the court while disposing of a complaint by disability right activist Dr. Satyendra Singh. The complaint raised the issue relating to the double examination of the candidates who have successfully qualified NEET exam. In an earlier order, the court has also recommended increasing the facilitation centers to ensure that Divyang candidates do not have to face unnecessary problems in evaluation. The order further read that furthermore, till centers cannot be increased, government medical colleges can be authorized to conduct such evaluations. India will launch its own composite index next year to quantify the impact of heat on its population and generate impact-based heat wave alerts for specific locations, IMD has said. The IMD began issuing an experimental heat index for different parts of the country last week, taking into account air temperature and relative humidity to determine how hot it really feels. This year, India experienced its hottest February since record keeping began in 1901. However, above normal rainfall in March kept temperatures in check. March 2022 was the warmest ever and the third driest in 121 years. A report by the McKinsey Global Institute warns that if this continues by 2030, the country could lose between 2.5% to 4.5% of its gross domestic product per year.
People's negative expectations and general attitudes towards the COVID-19 vaccine are significantly correlated with the occurrence and in analyzing DNA from brain tissue samples collected from 105 patients with epilepsy and 30 controls between 1988 and 2019. Neurological Science Journal and led by scientists from the University of Bologna, who investigated how adverse effects reported after vaccination can be influenced by the nocebo effect, the opposite of placebo effect. Vascular smooth muscle cell or VSMC activation plays a crucial role in the development of multiple vascular diseases. In a novel study in the American Journal of Pathology, researchers found that when fragile X-related protein 1 or FXR1 is absent, VSMC proliferate more slowly, becomes senescent, and scar tissue, that is neointima development, is reduced. Therefore, drugs targeting FXR1 may treat vascular proliferate diseases. To extend their understanding of the impact of the absence of FXR1, investigators performed RNA sequencing on FXR1 depleted human VSMCs. Their results suggest that FXR1 appears to stabilize a group of transcripts involved in control of the cell cycle, most of which are associated with proliferation and cell division. In addition, they noted an increase in beta-galactosidase and gamma-H2AX molecules indicative of cell senescence. The accepted clinical practice of using beta blockers over the long term to curb the risk of further heart attacks or death doesn't seem to be warranted in patients who don't have heart failure, suggests a large study published in the journal Heart. The researchers found no difference in these risks between patients taking beta blockers more than a year after their heart attack and those who weren't on these drugs. To strengthen the evidence base, the researchers drew on 43,618 adults who had had a heart attack between 2005 and 2016 that required hospital treatment and whose details had been entered into the National Swedish Register for Coronary Heart Disease. The researchers wanted to find out if there were any differences between the two groups in terms of deaths from any cause and rates of further heart attacks. Revascularization, a procedure to restore blood flow to parts of heart or hospital admission for heart failure. Short-term clinical trials have demonstrated the health benefits of low-carb diets or LCDs and low-fat diets or LFDs for weight loss and heart protection. Now, a study published in the Journal of Internal Medicine looks at the effects of these diets on mortality in middle-aged and older adults. In a study of 331,159 individuals aged 50 to 71 years, 1,65,698 deaths occurred over a median follow-up of 23.5 years. That's all for today. Stay tuned to Medical Dialogues for latest updates.
Never miss a medical update from Medical Dialogues. Like, subscribe, and press the bell icon.